guys, it's me Jo and welcome to my channel. Um, yung topic natin ngayon is just like a random, a random questions, It's just like yung mga nangyari sa aking buhay. And first random question is most traumatic experience. So, yeah, I don't want to talk about it about my traumatic experience because yung traumatic experience ko, it turns to my depression afterwards. So, my traumatic experience is yung when I give birth to my son because I give birth via cesarean section. And of course, kasi I am very far away with my parents. I don't have any family here. And in the Philippines is different than here in Belgium, because in the Philippines, if you give birth, a lot of people come to you, friends or relatives or something like friends from your friends, they will come, they will see your child, or just like talking to you or just cheering you up and how's you feel. And here in Belgium it is really different. I have friends, but it's really different kasi most people here is very busy people. There's no have time to to go to you to visit you. And also in my situation in the time, I don't also want like a kind of visit, visitor. And yes, why I call this my giving birth to my son is traumatic experience. It's because I'm scared in the time. Yes, I don't want to, I don't want to go in other, I don't want to go in other something like a kind of topic, like hindi ko I just want to direct to the point. Yes, I was experienced traumatic with this giving birth, because it is really different if you are in that situation, in the situation that na nangyayari talaga sa yung sarili. Kasi when you hear it to someone else, it's okay kasi you can say, okay, kumbaga, it's very dramatic, something like that. But kung ikaw na talaga yung nasa sitwasyon na yun, na on the time that I was that in the situation na I'm doing a cesarean session, it is really so scary, and a lot of bugging in your mind that you're really gonna survive with it. And how it's going on, it is really gonna take too long, because they're gonna open, they're gonna open your tummy, they're gonna take out the child. And it's also plus I don't have family here, and it's really difficult. It is really difficult to be positive that, yeah, I know I have to be happy. I must to be happy because I'm gonna see my son um, a few minutes. I will gonna see him, I'm gonna hold him. But in my points, because it is really unexpected plan na magkaroon ako na to do my cesarean, because the plan is I have to do the cesarean on before Christmas 24. And it's because I got bleeding in 1 December, so I have to do that immediately in the emergency room. So in my body it's not really prepared, because of course I've been prepared in 24, but it is really unexpected to do that, right, that in that moment. So I was scared, yes. Hindi na ako magpapaligoy-ligoy pa. I'm scared. That's why I got a traumatic with that. And plus also, it was December. It was 1 December, and it's new. It is winter. It's a short day, and I couldn't see my son for how many days, and I have to be, flat bed rest, and I don't have to capable to move, to go out, to go out to go to my to toilet in my own self. So it's quite depressed. It quite depressed in that moment, that I feel like useless. I feel like useless. Um I feel like I don't have nothing, just like I feel empty inside of me. I feel like I couldn't capable to do something, even to do myself to go to the toilet, na I do pee pee with my own self, but I couldn't, because every time I move, I have, wounds in my tummy. So every time I'm always like concerned myself every time I move. Oh, maybe they're gonna open my wound, something like that. So it is really, for me, it is really scary every time. So the first time that I see my son, it was very, for me, strange. Um, because it takes too long to see him. And yes, and it's difficult to sink in that I'm already a mother. As a first time mom, it's very difficult, and it's very, very difficult, very traumatic for me, my experience of that cesarean. But that, and now I understand it. Now I can say myself, I'm very thankful for this traumatic experience I had. Kasi nakilala ko talaga yung tunay na ako. Nakilala ko yung nakilala ko at na-realize ko yung buhay ng isang tao na kung kung nasa sitwasyon ka na ganyan, and masasabi mo talaga na it is not dramatic, it is really happening. It is really happening in each one of us, and it depends, it depends, how you embrace it, how you interpret with it, how you um accept it, so I said to myself, I am very blessed that this experience, this traumatic experience, and it goes to depression. And I said to myself, how can I did I really gonna survive with this, something like that. So it is a lot of, conclusion in my mind, if I can really if I can really survive with it. But hell yeah, I survive. It's because I believe myself that I can, and I also use my son and my husband and my family, my parents, and people who really trusted me. It's really difficult. It is not really easy to on process, especially in that situation, in that moment, in that time. Ang hirap, mark my word, it's really difficult. And that is my traumatic experience, my giving birth to my son. So it is not so really, for me, it is not so really easy experience that. So, but I'm very thankful that I experienced with that. The second random question is something I miss. Well, something I miss is I miss my life. I miss my childhood life in the Philippines. I miss my childhood, because when your childhood is, you don't have any responsibility to think, you just like only want to play, enjoy, be dirt, kahit umuulan, raining, and then flooding, you just like swimming. You doesn't care if it's like really dirty or something like that. And when you come home, your mother, they gonna be shouting you, what did you do, Joanne? Why your face is like that? Don't you know it's dirty? Don't you know it's not good for you? But who cares? It's just like my mom. I just like, yeah, it's just like I enjoy that. I enjoy in that day kasi we don't think about what's gonna happen next, what's gonna happen next day. We only focusing the present, this moment, in this right here, right now. We just like enjoy the rain. And I said to myself, how I wish I can go back in that time, di ba? So that's what I miss the most. Something that I miss the most. And all people that they've been part of my life also, and now they're not here anymore. They're not part of my journey anymore. But I'm very thankful that I was part of their journey when the time that they're still here. So that's really something I miss the most. Like I miss my grandma, I miss my uncles, I miss my cousins, and who, all of them, they're gone. They're already not part of my chapter of my life. But I'm very thankful that they're part of my life. And I am very that those memory, I will always keep that as long as I'm still exist in this world. So I always keep on that. So that's what I something I miss in my life. So number three, random question is, do I have insecurity to myself? Well, for me, how can you call it? Honestly, I don't have insecurity to myself because I believe myself that I have my own beautiness inside of me and outside of me, and I never insecure. I never been jealous to some other girl, other person, that na masasabi ko na how I wish I was also like her, you know. No, I never insecure about my physical face, about, you know, a lot of people, they always criticize, or just like some people, they always give me advice that I have to trim my eyebrow because it's too much. Or they always said, some other people, they're just like, you know, positive. They always said, I love your eyebrows, you have a very thick eyebrows, and did you use some, you know, some eyeliner in it, so that's why it's thick. I said no, it's natural. Everything what you see in my face, it's all of it is natural. So I never been insecure to myself, even my physical body. I never had that. I never insecure. That is very honestly, that is from deepest to my soul, you know. I never feel insecure to myself. And that's what I think that's what I had, because I'm very optimistic person. I never been, you know, I never look up other people, you know, or comparing myself. No, I never had. My mom, they always comparing. They used to be comparing me to to other women, to other children. They always says, yeah, the children of Juan is like this and that. And I always said to myself, no, mama, I don't want to compare myself. You don't have to compare your child to other child, you know, someone's child, because what I have, what is my capability, and what is my personality, or my physical or mental or psychological, it is me, you know. It is me. You cannot compare someone else to other people, because every people is different, you know. Yes, I am, you know, I am not so very, you know, I'm not so very, how can you call it, I am not so very, hindi ako yung tipong tao na anak na very, you know, na you know, you can stand up with your own self. I mean, like, you can find some solution, something like about money, you know, that you can say, oh, I'm gonna sell something this, I'm gonna magbibenta ako ng mga kakanin, you know, like, at your age you already, you know, matured enough. But in the time with me, no, I don't, I'm not like that, you know. The responsibility, the only my responsibility is my happiness in the time when I was child. So I just like playing as possible as I could, and then I always go to my neighbor, you know. I never take serious in my life. So that's what I never insecure myself. I never base on my physical. No, I never, or what's my body, what my wear. So a lot of people, they're always saying that to me, that about my thick eyebrow. So I never insecure with that, because I know a lot of people, they've been jealous to my eyebrows. So why would I insecure? So I'm very contented of what I had, and what God they give to me, because every one of us, we are unique, you know, in other in different way. So you have to accept as who you are, you know. You don't have to be insecure someone else, you know, that you always said, if you are, you know, if you are fat, or if you are skinny, or whatever you have, I mean, physical. But you have to be content, you have to be happy. As long as you are happy mentally and psychologically, that is the most important, you know. And you have to be fit yourself, you have to listen what is the best for yourself, you know, not for the best for other people, you know. So you have to love, you have to, you don't have to be insecure to yourself, you know. You have to be proud as being who you are, and be happy and be contented of what you had to yourself, you know. Well, this is the last a random question. What is the first impression on me? This is very funny, because a lot of people always, their first impression of me is, they always said that I am not a friendly person, and I am very, like, you know, my face is always like grumpy, I'm always grumpy and I'm scary. They always say that. It's because I think what I said about insecurity, about physical face, a lot of people, they're always judging. It's because of my personality, my physical personality. So a lot of people, they say that. So before they said to me when I was in college, one of my classmates, sabi niya sa akin, "Oh, Juan, I didn't expecting it that you are a very kind, warm, very friendly, always laughing in a stupid joke. But the first time, my impression to you is, I think this woman is not a friendly one. I think this woman is very serious. That's a lot of people. They always say that, but I always said to them, um, don't judge the cover, uh, uh, the books. Don't judge the books by it on its covers. If you didn't read it yet, something like that. That's what I always said to them, and I always said, first you have to know it, that person, before you judge. So a lot of people, they say that to me, hindi lang sa school when I was in college. It's also all the neighborhood that where I grow up. They always said, Juan, I also ask one of your cousin, they always says, Juan, palagi siyang ano, para siyang seryoso na babae na mataray, na suplada, na maldita. But when I know you, the real you, the real Joanne, right here, right now, you are very friendly, you are funny, you like jokes, something like that. And I always said, yeah, I know, hindi ka lang nag-iisa. You're not the only one, they say that to me. So, and for me, hindi ko kayo masisisi kung bakit kayo nagsasabi ng ganyan sa akin. It's because of my physical face. It's because of my personality. And I know I have a very strong personality. And I get it from my father. But kung makikilala talaga ninyo yung tunay na Juan, you will really, kumbaga, you will really love it, and you will really, masasabi niya talaga na, wag ninyo munang i-judge yung isang tao base lang sa panlabas na anyo. Kasi yung friend ko na gay, he's my childhood friend and now he's gay, and he always protect me, he always protect me from negative people. They always said, before you judge Joanne, you have to know first her. Kasi me, I know her since she's my childhood friend, so I know her from outside to inside. She's a very nice woman. She's also very sensitive. She's also very protective. She's also very loving and kind, and they will really trust you 100%. And but kung kalabanin mo siya, she's really more worse than myself. Kasi alam niya eh. Kasi pag ayaw ko sa isang tao, pinapakita ko talaga na ayaw ko sa iyo. So, and of course, kung ginagawa ko yan, it's because I know it. Ako yung tipong taong nag-oobserba lang sa malayo. Nag-oobserba lang ako. I'm just like, learning also with other people. So yun ang mga impression sa akin ng mga tao before when I was at the Philippines. So, yes, and this is, guys, my random questions. So I hope you like this. I hope you like my random questions. So, I love it. I love it doing some kind of content like this, and it is really my honor to share everything, and all of this random question that I made now. It is really happened to myself. And if you ask myself how I am right now, mentally, psychologically, physically, well, my physically, I can say is I'm good, but mentally, it's just like this. I cannot say good, I cannot say bad, but it's just like in between, because it is part of our life. We cannot all the time be happy. We cannot all the time be happy. Sometimes we have also to say it's okay not to be okay sometimes, di ba? So yes, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you like this video. Just comment down below, guys. I'm very, very, very happy that you will comment my video. So thank you, guys, so much, and God bless us. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you so much for supporting me all the time. See ya. Bye bye.